Just call me Brittany because I did it again. Hi friends, welcome back. I'm MC, a knit and crochet designer and yarn dyer from Connecticut, and you can find me as Blame the Knots on Instagram and Ravelry, on my website, blametheknots.com, and of course right here on YouTube where you can get to know me a little bit better. We are here for episode 55 of the podcast, and this is where we talk about knitting and crocheting and spinning and all of the other creative detours that I like to take along the way. So we have not been here for a month now. I had to postpone my last planned recording time, and we have a lot to talk about, a lot to catch up on. So go grab your project, pause this video right now, get a snack, get a drink, grab your whip, whatever you're working on. Are you knitting or crocheting or weaving or spinning or embroidering or painting or making clay stuff, pottering, making jewelry? I'm trying to think of any other crafts. Whatever they are, whatever you have, grab it and let's jump right in. I am not wearing anything handmade today, but I am wearing some really cool pants that I want to show you. So, oh my gosh, I haven't done this before. Look at these. They are so cool. They have butterflies on them. I love them so much. I feel so cool when I'm wearing them. Oh my gosh. Now I have to sit back down. Also, before we jump into everything, a really quick note. I'm sitting in a new place in this office today. This office is still under construction. We got a sofa bed, which is awesome, and I love it. But right now I have just a fitted sheet that I have looped over it to protect it and keep it clean, because we have pets, and I want it to be as nice as possible. So if you know anything, if you have any like great recommendations for like slip covers or covers for furniture to protect it from pets, please leave your information down below or send me a message or whatever. I desperately want something that is not this. I do plan on getting something. We will graduate from the white sheet, but I need to do some research first. Also, you know, another note, lighting and sound might be weird. We are still in the process of stuff. This corner is the nicest spot of the office at the moment. Everything else is a little bit chaotic, which is, you know, par for the course. But yeah, if things look or sound weird, we're getting there. Okay, this has been enough. Let's move on. All right, the first finished object I have is something that I feel like was taking me forever to work on, but also I need to remember that it's been a month since I talked to you last, so like that's why it feels like it was so long ago. But this is my G Street sweater light, and this is already in testing and will be coming out in October. So this is on my For Sure fingering base in the colorway Newly Sharpened Pencils, which was one of the Thanksgiving colors from last year. This actually has not yet been blocked. I was saving it to show here before I blocked it. I don't really know why. I just didn't have time and space with everything going on to lay it out to block. So it will drop a little bit. All of this garter-like stitch will loosen up. It will get nice and flowy. It is amazing. Anyone who has ever told you that crochet is too stiff to make clothing is wrong. Or they're not informed yet. They're using the wrong hook or needle, not needle, hook or yarn or pattern or whatever. This is amazing. I can't wait. Well, I can wait for cooler weather, but I am very excited to be able to wear it. I'm hoping that it is cool enough at Rhinebeck this year for me to wear it all around. The next thing that I finished is something that I recently posted a vlog about, and this is the Islander vest by Claire Jackson of Perfectly Knotted, and I love it. This is in my colorway Connected. This is also on my For Sure fingering base. I love it so much. I did make no, I won't say I made modifications. I chose a size that is not what was recommended. I made the size 3 when the pattern called for me to make the size 6. And the only other real like actual modifications I made is I placed the ties in a slightly different spot than what the pattern said. But if you want any more details, you can check out my Ravelry project page or that vlog that was posted last week. This, I can't remember if I said this already, Connected is one of the 5 original colorways that I released in my yarn shop, my Blame the Knots hand-dyed yarn, and I finally wanted to make a sample with it. So we did a little kind of 1 week, 1 skein challenge, and you can go see how it turned out. I mean, obviously, you can kind of tell how it turned out. I feel like I'm a little bit far away from you. I kind of want to move you closer. Well, now you can't see the books and stuff, but I feel a little bit better. Okay, I like this a lot better. I feel closer to you, more connected. Although this is weird because I'm used to holding things over this way, and now I feel like I should hold them over here because of where I'm sitting in the camera. Let's move on. My next finished object that I have is a spin, and this is finished-ish. This is my Shetland spin that I got. I bought a fleece, split it with a friend at Rhinebeck last year. I scoured it, I hand picked it, I carded it all on my drum carder, and then I finally spun it up. The last time you saw this was all in single form on bobbins, and I chain plied it. And I screwed up, which is why it is finished-ish. So, basically, I think I finally figured out what happened. I was like, I don't understand how this ended up the way that it did when I finally took it off of the bobbins and hanged it up and saw what was going on. It is a bit overplied. It has too much twist in it. Not a ton. It's not the worst, but it's overplied. I think what happened is the last time that I chain plied something was a spin. So I spun fiber from Ohana Fiber Mill on my shacked sidekick, which is a treadle wheel, and then I chain plied it on my EEW 6 from Dreaming Robots. And then this yarn I both spun and plied on my EEW 6. And I think what happened is that I tend to spin a little bit tighter on my shacked sidekick. So when I was using that, when I was chain plying that fiber or those singles, they had more twist in them. So then when I plied them, I could put more twist in it. It was also a shorter staple length, so it needed more twist to begin with. So when I started chain plying these, I don't know what my brain did, but I looked at it and it was basically looking like my previous chain ply, and I was putting the same amount of spin into it that I did with my previous chain ply, and I never once like checked to make sure that things were okay. So I didn't realize that until afterwards, and I was like, what happened? I don't understand. And then I kind of put it all together. So I have, it's not bad. Let me show you like some of the worst spots. So you can see, I have to hide my eyes. Like right here, please focus. Come on. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh, sorry that took so long. Like right here, you can see it's a little bit wiggly and bumpy. That is too much ply in there. So it actually seemed to have gotten like worse as I went along. The first skein that I did isn't so bad. The second skein is like and the third skein is the worst. And I don't know if that's like because I was also like kind of loosening up with spinning my singles at the beginning, and then I put the same amount of twist into the plying part of all of them in the end. I don't know. Anyway, I potentially should run these back through the wheel and remove a little bit of the twist, but I've already hanged them up. So it's in timeout for right now. I don't know. If you are a spinner and you have any information for me, any tips, please let me know. I don't know. Like it's so minimal that I'm like, could I get away with just leaving it the way it is? But then also, I don't know. So if you know any information, please let me know. By the way, I got about 470 yards of a DK weight, which is what I was going for. I was going for a DK, but I was hoping that I would have more yardage. But such is life. So anyway, I've talked about that enough. Let's move on to the next thing. Just call me Brittany because I did it again. Yes, I have started another craft. Always starting another craft. I've decided to start calling them crafty detours, creative detours. And I have made a hell of a lot of bracelets. My sister-in-law and my niece and I somehow, I don't even remember how it came up, but when we were in Delaware visiting them recently, we were visiting Joe's family recently, we decided we wanted to go to Michael's. There are no other craft stores around there really, so Michael's was the only option, and we went buck wild in the bead aisle. We were having so much fun. We came home and like set up shop, basically didn't move for like 4 straight hours. All of us were making bracelets. We were having the best time of our lives. Sorry, I'm trying to get these all out of my lap now that I've dumped them all over the place. We had so much fun. All of us went home and still continued to make bracelets. We are still in it. I have made so many bracelets. So many bracelets. I will just show you because I don't need to talk about this forever, but let's see if I can show this. I made a little, oh, I feel like you're not gonna be able to, is that gonna focus? I don't know. But I made a bracelet that says knit and one that says pearl, and that is all I will show you. We did clay beaded bracelets. I've made some seed bead bracelets. I've made some glass bead bracelets. I've made some elastic or like rubber band bracelets. So many bracelets. So also, speaking of which, I have bracelets all over me. I have officially now more bracelets than one human being can wear. And let me tell you, there are still a lot of beads left unused in my home at the moment. Thank goodness I have been a hoarder of crafty things for my whole life, and I had plenty of beads that I could work with. But I also ordered some more. Anyway, the point is, I might throw some bracelets into the shop. I might throw some bracelets into some orders as little freebies here and there. I might, you know, add a bracelet or 2 or 3 or 10 to a collection coming up. We might have some specialty things, maybe not just bracelets, maybe some stitch markers, progress keepers, earrings, necklaces, things like that. I'm just having a lot of fun and I can't stop. And let me know what you think of that. And yeah, that's all I'll say for right now. But these other crafts, I know this was started as primarily a knitting and crocheting channel, but then I brought spinning in, and these other things, just, they're gonna keep coming. They're not leaving anytime soon. Also, I have signed up for a rug making class, like braided rug making and weaving class. So that's coming down the line too. So I hope you're ready for all of the crafty chaos, because it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so much fun, and I hope you're ready for it. Okay, let's move on to works in progress, because I only have one thing that I'm working on right now. That's right, I said it. One thing. I have one thing that I'm working on right now, and that is it. Technically, I do have other projects that I'm in the middle of, but I have not touched them at all since the last time I spoke to you. So, are you ready? I don't know if you're ready. Are you ready? Oh my gosh. Okay. So, basically, Joe had a work barbecue event thing, and I initially wasn't planning on going. Oh, sorry, my legs are cramping up. I initially wasn't planning on going, and then I decided I was gonna go with him. But the problem was I only had gigantic things that I needed to work on. I had a boucle dress. I didn't want to bring that out in like 90-degree heat. And I had my G Street, which was like, I was finishing up the second sleeve. It was just too much. Too many things, too much to bring to a hot outdoor event. So I needed something really quickly to cast on, and I was looking through patterns that I owned, like my Ravelry library, things that I wanted to make. I have a list of stuff that I just want to make, you know, another sample of a certain design. I have a list of potential design ideas coming up, whatever. And so I was comparing that list to the yarn I had available, what I needed, blah, 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 all this stuff. And I settled on this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is so not even remotely doing it justice. This is a recent hand spun of mine. This is Meh and my dad, both on merino from Gem Fiber Arts. This is a 2-ply. I spun it recently and I decided to make it into this tank, which I have jokingly, but maybe not jokingly, but lovingly been calling my hanky tanky. So this is going to have a little bit of a hanky hem at the bottom. It is fitted and just kind of a pretty classic silhouette with a little extra detail at the bottom. I'm almost done. I basically am done with the body, and I just have to do some math to figure out the hanky hem part. And I have probably more yarn left than I really need. Unfortunately, I was hoping to like use up every single scrap of this yarn, but you know what? I also have decided, well, I haven't decided. I'm working on accepting the fact that things aren't going to be perfect, you know? I was nervous about using this yarn because I didn't want to use it and then end up like not being absolutely, completely, totally in love with the finished project. I wanted it to be so perfect, but you know what? Sheep keep growing fleece. Dyers keep dyeing fiber. Spinners keep making yarn, you know? It's okay. I can always make more. I can always, you know, like it's not going to be exactly the same, but I can always do more. Do it again. So this, I can't think of a proper name for, but I started calling it Hanky Tanky because it made me laugh. And so, so now, I'm not sure if that should be the official name. All right, let's talk shop for just a minute. Firstly, I wanted to mention, I completely forgot to bring this up in the last podcast that I filmed, but the Shaka Bralette has released and is now available on Ravelry. This was a really, really fun pattern to work through, to come up with for all of you, and all of my testers looked so good in their versions. They loved making it, and there is also a crochet sister pattern from my friend Mac Dye Conley, which is also available now as well. Then the only other thing that I wanted to mention about the shop is that I recently did a teensy tiny little revamp of things on the shop. Hopefully just to make things a little bit easier from a user experience perspective. Firstly, we have new badges for sale items, which is not a big deal, but they are bigger and brighter, so you can really see what is on sale, and it says it right there. Secondly, my sale section that I had before, previously I had it set so that a discount would apply at checkout, and now I have it so that you can actually see the price, the original price struck through, and the sale price right there, so you know what you're getting into. You don't have to put things in your cart and figure it out. And then also for ready to ship stock, it will now tell you how many of each thing is in stock. So if you click on a certain colorway that says it's in stock, it will tell you, when you click on the for sure fingering, it will say there are 3 skeins in stock. And if you click on the no.dk, it might say there are 7 skeins in stock. And then it will show what other bases there are that, you know, might not be available. They will be struck through as well. So not really a change in terms of anything like happening on the website, but I just wanted to let you know that I was trying to help with your experience and help you be able to find what you're looking for faster, so I can get it to you faster and you can turn it into projects faster, or leave it on your shelf and look at it and occasionally squeeze it, which is also fine. I want to start the life section today with something a little bit fibery related, because I don't normally show acquisitions or things I've purchased or received or been gifted much on the podcast, but I received something very, very special and sweet and lovely, and I want to show it to you and share it with you. And also, I just realized I need to add this into my stash tracking. I totally forgot. Anyway, my friend, I think I can say friend, from India, who is a tester of so many of my patterns, sent me an amazing, amazing package. She reached out to me a little while ago and said, I would love to send you some goodies from India. Can I have your address? And I was blown away when this arrived. I was not at all expecting this. So I'm gonna start with something a little bit on the smaller side. She said she sent me a couple of bags of tea from her personal tea stash. This one is, it's called Tea Culture of the World, an invitation to Moroccan mint. And then the other one is Organic India Tulsi Original. Stress relieving and boost immunity. I could use that. Then she sent me, I can't believe this, it came with a whole bunch of information about it that I will not read the whole thing out to you, but she sent me, look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. This is all silk fiber. This is all silk. This is so amazing. I have never spun silk before. I have spun silk in like an art bat where there was just like a hunk of silk in there, but I've never spun silk fiber. So let me see. This is from I don't know how to say that. Why is my camera having so much trouble focusing today? Stop looking at me. It's obsessed with me. I don't know how to say this brand name, but this is Arino. There's so much information and I don't know. I don't want to spend all of our time talking about this, but this is Arino. It's called Arino, 50 grams. Then cocoon cakes. I don't want to open these because I want to wait until I use them to open them, but like actual silk cocoons. Then we have roving. I don't want to mispronounce anything. Silk top, and then it says silk top silk top long fiber. So this says, the rest of them don't really have a description, but this one says natural undyed silk fiber for spinning, blending, felting, and more. This protein fiber is fantastic for dyeing and is a ready to spin fiber. So I'm so excited. There is, like I said, there's some paperwork that came with it that explains it a little bit more, but I need to like read. MC from the future jumping in. I was just starting to clean up and add all of this silk into my stash tracker, and I found exactly what I needed to tell you. So inside the sample pack is 50 grams of natural airy silk cocoon cakes, delicate and airy, great for spinning soft yarn. 50 grams of airy silk top. I hope I'm saying that right. It's E-R-I. Smooth and easy to work with. 50 grams of Muga, M-U-G-A, roving, a slightly golden silk with a beautiful sheen, and 50 grams of Erino, a luxurious blend of 70% merino wool and 30% airy silk. What? I'm so excited. Oh, I just remembered I have the Fleece and Fiber source book. I wonder if it has this type of silk in there. I'm gonna have to go look. And then this silk top says this soft bundle of fiber is something truly special. It's 100% airy silk top, a beautiful and natural fiber that your friend wanted to share with you. Airy silk is known for its gentle feel and subtle sheen, and it's perfect for spinning your own yarn. Whether you want to create fine, lacy threads or something thicker for knitting or weaving, this silk is a joy to work with. Sorry, this is all handwritten, so that's why it took me a... Oh, what makes this fiber even more special is that it comes from A-grade airy silk cocoon sourced from Northeast India, where the tradition of spinning and weaving is deeply rooted but slowly fading. With this gift, you're not just receiving fiber, you're becoming a part of a story helping keep handmade traditions alive. Okay, back to the video. And just, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful. And then this is like one of the kindest things that anyone could ever do. And she said she included a, there we go, sorry, a sketch / cartoon that she made thinking of me while packing the gifts. And she said I took some creative liberty with it. So I hope you don't mind. And that is totally fine. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. The little puppy and the little kitty and me. So, oh no. It's okay. I caught it on my computer. Caught it on my computer. So pretty. I'm so excited to put this up on my shelf in my new office. I can't wait. I just am so grateful. It was just so kind. So kind. So I cannot wait to dive into all of this, to add it to my stash tracker, to get to work on it. I'm not currently spinning anything, so we'll have to see. Oh my gosh, I'm knocking over everything. Oh my goodness. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, let's zoom through as much of my life in the past month as we possibly can, as quickly as we can. Firstly, we went down to Delaware to visit Joe's family, and it was lots of fun. As I mentioned, we got a little bit wild with the bracelet making. We also spent some time at an arcade that all the nieces and nephews were there. We did a lot of like things with kids. And I am now the proud owner of my very own Squishmallows because I won them in the claw game. So I know. And then we came home, and the reason that I did not film last time is because I was having a kind of like an allergic reaction. Not a big deal. My eyes are very sensitive. I am very sensitive in general to a lot of different ingredients, fragrances, things like that. But my eyes sometimes have a hard time with it more than the rest of me. And so I ended up, I looked like I had been punched in the face. I was fine. It's not like a sty that you get on your eye. It's something else. Gets all like upset, and it hurt a lot, but then it hurts a lot for a very short amount of time, but it takes a long time for the swelling to go down. And so I just wasn't feeling like I wanted to sit down and film. And I also didn't want to aggravate it at all by putting any makeup on. I haven't worn makeup in like 3 weeks until today. So, yeah, I just wanted to give it a little bit of a break, but we're all good. We're all good. Thank you to those that reached out and sent me some well wishes. Also, I happen to be filming this, I don't think I said it before, on August 27th, and this is my 9-year anniversary with Joe. So, not wedding, but just being together. So yeah, we're probably gonna go grab some dinner tonight or get some takeout and bring it in and have a nice little dinner. We don't really like do much to celebrate it, but we do like to just have a nice dinner. So yeah, that's very exciting. I can't believe it. I feel way too old. I don't feel old enough to have been with someone for 9 years, but that's where we are. And in terms of other things that we have been doing, lots of movies and TV and stuff, I guess. Not lots, but more than I usually update you on. Firstly, we saw the new Naked Gun movie. It was so good. So good. So hilarious. So good. I actually wasn't expecting much from it. And even 2 minutes in, I was like, Liam Neeson is killing it. It was so good. So good. Highly recommend. We've also started rewatching the Hunger Games because I just wanted to. So we've watched the first 2 movies so far. I actually don't know if I've seen the Mockingjay movies. I might have seen the first one, but I don't know if I've seen the second one. So those are up next. And then I also wanted to mention that we watched this show that's, I think it was a Magnolia Network, you know, one of those design shows, and it's called Artfully Designed. And if you want to know what I want my whole life to look like, you go to that show and click on like literally anything they've ever done, and that's what I would like to be forever. Their design style is just, so they basically, their like thing is that they are focusing on art first and then bringing, like, centering the design around art instead of doing the design and then like adding a picture on the wall, that kind of thing. So they have, the team has a muralist and a spray paint artist. I don't know if they have like a specific term for that, but they are so amazing, so cool. Everything they do is like bold and wiggly and wobbly, and that's just like how I always want to be. So I just wanted to throw that out there. We watch a lot of HGTV stuff all the time, just to like kill time sometimes and get a little inspiration. And I normally don't talk about it, but this show was so good. And it was like my soul. They just like took my whole soul and like spread it on all of the walls that they did in every house. So all right, the last thing that we have to talk about today is books, and we have a bunch because it's been a month. So I'm gonna try and do a sentence or two on each one. We're gonna do title, author, rating, a sentence or two of review. I'm saying this out loud so that I remember to do it, not because I think you need to know it. Okay, first thing I read was The Empress of Salt and Fortune by Niveau, and I gave this 3 stars, but I think it probably deserves more. I listened to the audiobook of this, and actually I listened to it twice because it's a novella, it's quite short, and there was something, like, I could not I couldn't like figure out the world. It's a fantasy world, and I couldn't figure it out listening. I want to try and get this book from the library or buy it myself and read it again because I think it probably deserves a higher rating from me. But yeah, that's where we are. Okay, that was more than 2 sentences. I'm failing already. Next up, I read With a Vengeance by Riley Sager. This is a locked room mystery set on a train in, I believe, the 50s. And it's very unlike anything Riley Sager has ever written. I already forgot to give you my rating, 3.5 stars. My favorite Riley Sager book that I've ever read. However, it's still a Riley Sager book, so in my opinion, not the best. But 3.5 stars is a fun time. Next, I read You Are Fatally Invited by Andy Pliego. I'm not positive on that pronunciation. This is another locked room mystery. Man, I did a lot of that this past month. Another locked room mystery. This one takes place in a castle on an island. A bunch of writers are invited to a writing retreat and all hell breaks loose. 5 stars. Did I say that? I'm stressing myself out. I gave it 5 stars. It was fantastic. It was like gory and creepy and weird at times, but also like kind of wholesome and left you feeling good at the end. Loved it. Next up, I read Small Spaces by Catherine Arden. I gave this 4 stars. This is actually a middle grade book, and it was incredibly creepy for a middle grade book. Honestly, unfortunately, I'm kind of forgetting a lot of what it was about, but basically there's young children, middle schoolers, and ghostly, demonic, weird things happening. Incredibly creepy for middle grade, but very good. Beautifully written. Next up, I read The Guest List by Lucy Foley. This was 3 stars. This is, you guessed it, another locked room mystery. This one takes place at a hotel inn on an island, again, at a wedding. This was fine. I liked it a lot better than The Hunting Party that I also have read by Lucy Foley. However, I think Lucy Foley in general is kind of a weak writer. The books are entertaining enough, but they're not good, in my opinion. Next, I read The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. I gave this 1 star and I DNF'd it at about 35% because it was garbage. Garbage. Sorry. Garbage. Not talking about it anymore. I don't want to. Next up, I read Legends and Lattes and Pages to Fill, which is a short story that is connected to Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. I gave Legends and Lattes 5 stars and Pages to Fill 4 stars. I listened to the audio of both of these because Travis Baldree was an audiobook narrator before writing these books, and in my business of audiobook publishing, I remember when he announced that he was going to start writing and stop narrating, and it was very sad because he's very good at it. And so I've always known that when I finally got around to these books, I would be listening because Travis is great and he could really tell the story exactly as how he wanted it to be told. And it was fantastic. Can't wait to continue in the series. It's about an orc that opens a coffee shop in a place where no one knows what coffee is. I mean, come on. It was so cute. So good. I was also crying at parts of it, which was insane. Okay. I think I just talked really fast through that. Just for your information, I tend to be a fast talker. I should really put this at the start of the episodes, but I tend to be a fast talker. I'm from Connecticut. Think Gilmore Girls, you know. That's how I like to talk. So you can adjust the speed settings on YouTube videos if you would like to slow me down a little bit. Of course, then you'll be stuck with my yammering for longer, but you can do it if I'm talking a little bit too fast for you. Sorry about that. Okay, thank you so much for coming along with me on this long journey of the past month of my life. Let me know down below. Oh my gosh, so many things. I asked you a lot of questions. Slip covers or any kind of covers for my sofa bed. If you know anything about spinning with silk, if you know anything about how to handle my overplied skeins, if you like bracelets, let me know what other crafts you're working on. What crafts have I not tried yet that you think I should try that you love to do? Enable me. Come on, enable me. Do it. I know you want to. And then also, while you're down there in the comments answering all those questions for me, if you could give this video a like or subscribe or share it with someone that you think might like it, or all of the above, that would really help me out. And until next time, take care of you, and I will see you later.